Times were tough, so I sold my soul. And I don't think I'll ever regain control. Devil looked me in the eye, now I look the other way. What else could I do? I just stood at the doorway, knew I'd rather be drunk with you. I'd rather be
Hey Internet, Dracofunk here, and welcome back to the 200 subscriber special. And you may have noticed we are on Kerbin, and that's because I did not put a crew on the rover train. And it's time that we went and picked up the crew. And the crew is currently at the South Pole, still left over from the 200 subscriber special. We have Dracofunky, Dr. Orgnad, Ed, Steve, and Kohaku are at the South Pole base. So we need to go pick them up. And I could have just, walked them out and recovered them. But I'm going to do it the real way. I drove them there, and I'm going to fly there and get them. And so I think this is the K4 space, well, it's not a space plane. It's just an aircraft. And I'm going to fly there and get them. We are just about ready to start the actual expedition. So I hope everybody is staying healthy. I know there's some sort of bad virus going around. Whoa, okay, and I tried to turn a little bit too aggressively there. I lost some speed and some altitude, but I was able to recover. It's fine. It was just a little scary for a second. Alright, need to get back up there and into the higher atmosphere. Pick the speed up. All in all, this aircraft, it took about around 20 minutes to get to the South Pole. I think it took me almost 40 hours to drive. There is the ice sheet. So I have set the rover train, the South Pole rover train, as my target, and I'm just kind of homing in on that. And now that I'm on the ice sheet, I'm just going to slow down a little bit, bring my throttle down. There I am, just less than 100 kilometers away. So, I know, right now, it seems like the setup for the rover train has, it's 4 episodes in, and I'm still just getting everything set up. There's a lot of preparations to this. The other one is just, spawn the craft, put them together, and go. And then, of course, for the 200 subscriber special, the train was just everybody get on board and let's go. It's a lot different when it's on the Mun, where I have to land each part. And I guess I could have done that off screen and just started the whole mission, but I could have also cheated him onto the moon, and that's okay. But I'm coming in for a landing here. Let's do this landing at regular speed. Okay. Whoa! I totally clinched some muscles there. Landed a little bit further away than I meant. It's not too bad. So I sent Rofrod and Jfrod. Rofrod and Jeffrod? Yeah, Jeffrod. As the crew. Rofrod's a pilot and Jeffrod's an engineer. I like sending an engineer along when, just so if something should need fixed, they're there. Alright. Dr. Orgnag first. Alright. Dracofunky. Kohaku. And Ed Steve. All right. Just set some sort of target so I have something to home in on. All right. That wasn't too bad. Purposely not yet going full throttle. Here we go. Now I can bring the speed up and just head back. The screen's spinning because I'm flying over the South Pole and the game engine is having a little bit trouble making that make sense. Accidentally flying too high and my engines flame out. There we go. Alright. I don't remember how long those guys have been at the South Pole. I probably should do an episode where I rotate all the crews. I'm pretty sure I've had the same crew on Enterprise Station since Season 1. No, I think I did rotate the crews at least once. So the reusable space program is in Season 4. And Season 4, I really want to... Well, first, I have to finish the space tourism. I want to at least get the station going and launch at least one more cruise ships, and I'll do an episode about about how all that works. And then it's on to Eve. I kind of want to do Eve and Dres. And I want to put a small, just like a miniature space station in orbit of Dres. And I'll probably put a mining ship there too, just to have something. But I feel like Dres doesn't need the full big space station. And I kind of like the idea of sending just a small space station out there. Because everybody always forgets about Dres. and I haven't, and in also doing Eve, like, I don't know yet about Eve's surface. Like, getting down to Eve is one thing, but leaving Eve's surface, I don't know. I don't know of a reusable way yet to redo that. I've tried a couple things and not been super successful. I have gotten off of Eve's surface, but not with a reusable craft. And maybe that's what it has to be with, they land down there knowing that the craft is like a one-time thing. Alright, coming in, I'm going to land on the runway. Get down, get down. There we go. Nice, easy landing on the runway. That wasn't too bad. I'm going to slow down just enough. There we go. I meant to shut the engines off a little sooner, and instead of hitting X, I hit C. That's only caused me problems a couple times. I'm going to go ahead and park this over closer to the vehicle assembly building for today. Shut down the engines and put the ladder down, and I'll go ahead and not this episode, because we need to get the crew ready for launch, and next episode is where they're going to go to the Mun and finish the rover train. Because there's still one segment of the rover train I did not launch with the rest. And that's okay, because they're going to be on it. But we still have one more segment in orbit that we need to land. And before we do that, we need to go, I want to fill up the tanks one more time. I need to control from the right direction. Go around again. There we go. So, outside of this episode, the reusable space program is still doing mining missions. So there's fuel on the space station. And it's about time. I need to do a fuel run back to Kerbin orbit with the tanker over there. Its last fuel run was actually to refuel the retro rocket. And I'm just going to land. Not land, dock, right there behind the SUV. And just quickly fill all the fuel tanks. So, just to give you an idea, these tank fillings, this is 8 times sped up. And now the monopropellant tanks. And there we are. The last thing I did was transfer all the liquid fuel out of one of the tanks of the big miner into the 2 side tanks, just in case I forget that I did that, so the craft will be balanced. The last big mining craft crashed because I did not have the tanks balanced when I took off. And I would prefer that all the tanks are balanced. And I don't crash. I don't want to crash. I need to clean up all my orbits right now. I was going to land, but I was in the complete darkness, which sometimes happens, and it has to do with one of my visual mods I have installed, because now I'm in the same lighting, and as you can see, you can actually see what's happening. And then I realized what I thought was actually the North Pole rover was actually the big rover. So a little bit further to go. There. I'm not actually targeting the rover, just one of the other pieces I already have landed. Uh-oh. My phone's going off. I don't know why. All right. My goal is to come down as soft as possible. I don't want to bounce. Watch my speed. Plenty of delta V. The space trucks aren't meant to land on the surface. So it's really just setting the car down and leaving. There we go. Make sure the brakes are set. And I'm aiming for a 60-kilometer orbit because I'm going to go back to Columbia Station to refuel once again. And almost there. So, yeah. We're going to eventually be heading to the North Pole. We're almost ready to start. But hey, if you haven't done so, like and subscribe and watch some of the other things we do. The Reusable Space Program Season 4, our audio commentaries. If you see a movie that we watch that you want to watch, listen to us. Maybe we'll say something that it's like, you're listening to us while in your room with us. It's not creepy at all. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.